Hi guys, let's get real and talk. Okay, this is like the fourth take. I have Indy right here. He's judging me, even though I tell him this is a judge-free zone. Soap's over there. I got a mess right over here. I couldn't find a list. What list am I looking for? I made a video at the beginning of the year, 25 books I want to get to in 2025. Did I make it? Let's find out. Okay, I said 25 books at 25, and I got to a little over half. Not by much. Let's talk about it. I think one of the main things that I struggle with is I'm doing something and then, oh, look, squirrel. You know, I get distracted very easily. Let's be real. I'm very good at making lists to go to the grocery store, check off. Sometimes I will add things to my list, even though it's already in the cart, just to check it off. I don't know what that is. But I didn't do good on my thing that I wanted to accomplish. But life sometimes happens. I think I was on about a month book slump due to my dad getting sick, losing my dad. We inherited his dog that we love. She's 15 almost, that we know of. He adopted her when she may have been a year or two. Within the week of my dad passing away, we took her to the vet because she was having some trouble eating, and we noticed she had a growth in her mouth, and she has cancer. So it's been hard. The end of this year has been very, very difficult. But right now we're keeping her safe, warm, loved. We're doing all the things, and considering she's older and she has cancer, she's actually, I think, doing pretty good for what's going on. So we're just giving her lots of love. And anyway, I'm not making excuses. I'm just, life happens. So I want to say October, end of September-ish, beginning of October, I realized I have a lot of work to do. I have 12 books I need to get to make this list. Was I in any mood to read? No. Why? I don't know, because when I went through the same thing with my mom getting sick and her passing away, and we lost lots of people in a short amount of time, that's all I wanted to do was pick up books and read. And just when I was reading, like I tell many people in my life, everything's okay. When I'm nervous about something or anxiety filled or whatever, what calms me down the most is reading. It really does, because when I'm reading, my mind is focusing on what I'm reading. So physical books are always the best. Audiobooks, sometimes my brain wanders and I miss things and I have to do it. I have to go back and see what I missed. And the best of both that I have found probably within the past year is audiobooks for my brain and diamond painting for my hands, and I'm able to focus. I also wanted to do something with the channel and do like a TBR for each month. But I know me, and I know I'm more of a mood reader, and I know that books are always coming out. I may have a list that I made month to month of books I want to get to, and I do want to focus on those books, but then I also know books come out and then I get distracted and I pick up the new books, or using my Audible credits or Libby. Sometimes I have a limited time. I have to get to other books. So unfortunately, this list kept getting put off and put off and put off. I realized I had a lot more books I had to get to, and I wasn't wanting to read. I couldn't focus. I was overwhelmed. My Goodreads was even pretty low. I only set it for 100 every year, hoping that I get over 100. And sometimes I do, but sometimes I just make it to 100 and then, okay, long story short, I didn't make my 25 a 25. But let's talk about the ones that, which do we do? The good news or the bad news? I think I don't want to leave on a vinegar or sour taste. So let's get through the books that we didn't get to that I wanted to get to. Number 1, The Wasp Factory. I really wanted to get to that book. It's over in my living room, kind of on my little table. I have several of the books that I kept staring at. I have like a stack of 4 of these books over there thinking I'll just pick them up. Didn't. So the second one I didn't get to was Flawless. The third, Flock. The fourth, I think this is the Harry Potter first one, Sorcerer's Stone. I kept thinking, well, I could at least take one more off my list and listen to that on audio, even though I have the whole Harry Potter collection of books that belong to one of my kids here. Didn't do it. Oh, wait a minute. Well, here's a good deal. Well, looky here. I did get to this one. Well, what a surprise. Playground. I got to that. I did a video. That's when all the parents were staring at me like I was a little different, playing on all the playground and didn't have kids around me. That I got to Playground. I enjoyed that book, the horror book that said, around playground equipment, and we went and did a Journey Reads on that. Looky there. Okay, so I'm doing better than I thought. There's a surprise. I read Playground. So then I only didn't get to 11 books, and I got to 14. We're doing better. Okay. The next book, Perfect Days. Didn't get to Perfect Days. Survivor. This one really upsets me. The Perfect Child. I think that's Lucinda Berry. I have wanted to read that forever. I still haven't gotten to it, guys. The Forgotten Island was one. They're all over here on a special bookshelf, except the few over here. Salem's Lot. Now, I did check this out on Libby, and I love Stephen King. You all know I do if you've been here for more than one video. He's my favorite. I had trouble with the audiobook. I was not vibing with it, so I'm going to have to read physically. I wasn't enjoying the audio of Salem's Lot. The audiobook is Salem's Lot. This one, I got to another one. This is a wrong list, guys. I did better. My favorite thing is monsters. I may have not been so bad, y'all. I read that. That's the beautiful book with the illustrations. Okay, so now there's only 10 books I didn't get to, and I read to 15 books. Well, I feel kind of better about myself. All right, so I did read My Favorite Thing is Monsters. In fact, I bought the second book. The next book I really wanted to get to, it's an age gap romance. And I like those, and it's older, and it's right over there. I wanted to get to that book. I didn't get it. Well, I'll be darned. I didn't only read 10 of my books, so that's good. Now let's talk about the 15 books I did read. The first one, Playground. Did a video on that, y'all, at the Playground. Talked about that. The second one, My Favorite Thing is Monsters. And for each of those, I don't remember exactly what my ratings are, but I'm feeling pretty generous because I'm happy. I'm going to give Playground 4.5 stars. Maybe I rated it 5 stars. I don't remember because I don't have it written down. And My Favorite Thing is Monsters. I am going to give 5 stars. I really enjoyed that book. Twisted Love, Book 1. I rated it 4 stars. The second, well, this will add 2. This will actually be the 4th book I got to. The Housemaid. I gave it 4 stars. Some of these are series that I wanted to finish the series. I didn't do that. I wish I did, because I think there's 2 books more that I have to read about The Housemaid. I don't know the titles. They're over here. But and Twisted Love book, that's a series. But all right, so Housemaid, 4 stars. The next one, Snow. and I gave that 3 stars. I think that was fun. I think I read it last winter time with the atmosphere, a lot of snow. The next one, Terrifier 2, the novelization, 5 stars. Big fan of Art the Clown. 5 Total Strangers, I gave 3 stars. The Perfect Marriage, I gave that 5 stars. Middle of the Night, is that a Riley Sager? I should know this. I think it is. It says 3 stars. I love Riley Sager. I'm surprised I gave it 3 stars. The Groomer, I have no rating, but I will say it has stuck with me. I don't know when I read this. It has stuck with me this entire time. So I could have read it 6-8 months ago, and I still think of that book. The writing I loved. I think the subject matter, something with it I had some trouble with. The writing I loved, but I think that's why it was classified as, was it horror? I'm trying to remember. I never rated it, so, but if it still sticks with me, I think the problem I had with this book is, how do I rate it? Because it was so good, I enjoyed my time, but is it weird to give a high rating to something with some subject matter of certain things? But I'm just going to say it's got to be at least 4 or 4.5 stars, because I still think of that book, right? If I'm still thinking of that book, regardless of the subject matter, it should be pretty good stars. The next one, My Lovely Wife. Now, I was disappointed with giving this one a 2 stars. Really? Everybody that I watch, they love this book. I gave it 2 stars. Don't hate on me, guys, if it's a favorite of yours. My Lovely Wife, 2 stars. That's all I gave. We Spread, 4 stars. Here One Moment. I don't have the author here. I don't know who wrote this. Here One Moment. 2 stars. That's not very good. Mile High, 3 stars. And Happy Place, Emily Henry, 4 stars. We got through the ones we read. We got through the ones we didn't read. And it's okay. I'm really happy with that. I had 2 surprises, and I'm good. So overall, the end of the year, did we read all 25? No. Does that make me happy? Yeah, because I have something to look forward to with these 10 other books. But I read more than I thought, so that's a win. With that, I hope you're being kind with yourself, and take care of yourself, take care of one another. Until the next video, guys, bye. Have a great day.